Hey everyone, welcome to World Mythology Online. My name is Professor Lauren Finelli Teague. I will be leading you through this course this spring term. By now, you should all be on Sakai and getting acquainted with the course structure. The syllabus will be posted for you, so you should review that thoroughly. But it is a lot of language, so I did want to at least introduce myself in person and review just the structure of the class so that we can highlight some of the major points that your guys are going to need to know going forward about how we're going to conduct the course online. So I'm going to just go over a couple of those points now. Everything's on your syllabus, but I'm just going to highlight them. Firstly, you're going to be reviewing a lecture every week. This is going to be found under the Lessons tab. Each week there'll be either a written lecture or maybe a recording, a video, and often there'll be some sort of accompanying multimedia, YouTube video or a map and a hierarchy of some of the Greek gods or the Norse gods, any interesting supplemental material that I've been able to sort of wrangle offline that may help us better understand our text. So you should first be reviewing that. Some of the lectures will be longer than others. For example, if we are reading pieces from either of our anthologies, usually we'll be reading the introductory materials for both of those, for all of those pieces. So the lecture may be highlighting some of those points and giving some supplemental information. They'll usually be a little bit shorter than some of the other materials that we're reading outside of our anthologies. Class discussions. This is an important part of your grade. This will be sort of how I will be keeping attendance every week. The way it'll work is we have 2 sets of readings every week. We'll start the first set usually on Monday mornings. So by 11 a.m. on Monday mornings, you can expect there to be questions, analytical questions posted by me for you to respond to. Those questions will be found under the Forums tab, and there'll be an appropriately marked discussion for that particular set of readings so that you can easily identify where you're supposed to be posting. So Monday we'll start our discussion on the first set of readings at 11 a.m. You will have until 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday to post at least 2 responses. The first response should be at least 200 to 300 words. It should engage 1 or 2 of the questions that I've posted. There should be, you should be citing from the text to support your points, to support your argument, whatever point that you're trying to make. So this should be a longer, more detailed and analytical response. You're also required to post a secondary response, which is shorter, at least 100 words, and that is supposed to engage one of the initial responses by one of your fellow classmates. So the goal here is to try to emulate as best as we can a sort of organic discussion that we would have in class. Of course, it won't be exactly like that, but we're going to do our best. So I want you to engage one of your classmates. That means raising a question perhaps that you had about somebody's comments in a respectful manner, of course, or agreeing with somebody and maybe providing a little bit more detail, or disagreeing with somebody in a respectful manner and sort of supporting your ideas about why you view something differently. So that is sort of the goal for us, is to engage each other and create a real discussion and not just sort of a series of individual posts where we're not really reflecting on what everyone else is saying. You're supposed to be reading everybody's comments so that you're not repeating the same information over and over again. We want to be adding to this discussion, not just sort of echoing what everybody else is saying. So that'll be for the first half of the week. The second half of the week we'll have a new set of readings, and 11 a.m. on Thursday mornings, you'll get another set of questions. We'll be working on those sets until 11:59 p.m. on Sundays. And it's the same requirements, 1 longer post and 1 shorter post, okay? Of course, these are just sort of the basic requirements. You are encouraged to respond more, engage multiple classmates, but this is sort of the basics of what are required of you. You're allowed to miss 2 of these discussion threads throughout the semester without any kind of penalization. So this is, for whatever reason, I don't really care. I'm sick or I'm tired or I'm drunk or whatever. We all have our days. So you're allowed to miss 2 posts throughout the semester without penalization. After that, I'll be deducting 1 point from your final grade for every discussion that you miss. Important to note, at 11:59 p.m. on both Wednesdays and on Sundays, I will be closing down the discussion thread, which means I'm going to be locking the system so that you will no longer be able to post. You'll be able to read the discussion, but you will no longer be able to add to the conversation, so you will lose points for participation. So keep that in mind. Then you'll have writing exercises. We'll do 4 writing exercises throughout the semester. I will give you advance warning of when we're going to have these writing exercises, and you'll find the writing exercises under the assignments tab. You'll basically have 30 minutes. It will be a timed writing component, 30 minutes to answer usually 1 to 3 prompts. You'll answer 1 prompt out of maybe 2 or 3 prompts based on a particular reading for that week. You will usually be able to use your text, which is nice, but that also means that you are going to be expected to cite from that text in order to support your ideas even better. So those will happen 4 times throughout the semester, and again, I will give you warning and a specific time on when we will be having these assignments. Then you'll do a creative assignment. This is something that I'm hoping will just be fun for you and for all of us, really. We're going to be reading at the start of the semester some creation and destruction myths from different cultures. And after we do that, I would like you to all come up with your own creation and destruction myths. You can find detailed instructions for this assignment that will be posted under resources, so you can review specifically what's required of you. And you'll also do a little presentation for us. So you will be either explaining sort of your thought process on why you chose to write your myth the way that you did. You can read us a portion, you can act it out, gather your roommates and, buy them pizza and beer and have them put on a little show with you to entertain us. Whatever you want to do is fine. The more creative, the better. But really, you're just required to either record something and upload it no more than 3 minutes, or you can post 1 to 2 paragraphs, sort of explaining your thought process. Okay, so that'll be another assignment that we'll do a couple weeks into the semester. Then you will have, of course, your favorite, your 2 papers. You'll have a midterm paper and you'll have a final paper. There are going to be probably 3 to 4 prompts that I'll provide you to help you organize your thoughts and ideas. That said, I'm very happy for you to come up with your own idea, your own argument, and your own topic that you'd like to write on if you don't see something covered in the prompts that you feel passionate about or that you're really interested in, or a specific text or set of text that you want to work on and a particular angle or argument that you have in mind. I'm all about that. I just ask that you talk to me about it in advance so that I can make sure that you're on the right track. Okay? You'll find detailed information under resources on paper writing, on composing a good thesis statement, and really on what's required specifically for these papers. So all of that is under resources for you to review. Let's see. So just to go over review, your course requirements are regular participation, okay, and that is going to be determined based on your weekly participation in our discussion threads. That's 20% of your grade, pretty significant. 1 3 to 5 page midterm paper, which will be 25% of your grade. 1 final paper, 5 to 7 pages, that will be 25% of your grade. 1 creative assignment, your creation destruction myths, that will be 10% of your grade. And the 4 short timed writing assignments will be another 20% of your grade. So those are your course requirements for this class. I think that's the only thing that I wanted to review, right now at least. If you have any questions, please, by all means, feel free to email me, or you can write me on Sakai under private messages. But emailing me at Gmail is probably the best bet. lfinelli11@gmail.com. I have a baby, I have a toddler who I'm usually running around after during the day, so please be so kind and give me 24 hours to respond to you. It will probably be less than that, but just in case I'm having, a cray cray day with the baby, 24 hours, and I promise I will respond to you. Again, any questions, give me a shout, and good luck. Looking forward to working with you all. Bye.